As an American, you might be used to units of measurements such as a foot, an inch, and a mile. However, the rest of the world is used to measurements such as a meter, millimeters, and kilometers. Most of the world using the metric system as the gold standard when it comes to measurement, it would only make sense for the United States to make the change to the metric system. However, there would be some setbacks and controversy involved in this process. But have you ever asked yourself, why is it that the United States uses a different form of measurement than the rest of the world? To answer this question, you first need to know how the two units of measurements compare. Even though the US standard of measurement and the metric system are two different types of systems, they have some similarities in how they are used. For example, both Europe and the United States plumbers use inches to measure the inside diameter of their pipes, and inches are also used to measure the dimensions of tires for cars and bikes. If the United States were to convert to the metric system, it would help make the mechanical experience easier too. Instead of having two different types of measurements for bolts and nuts, you would only have one type of measurement. This would decrease the number of tools needed to do a repair. Due to everything in the metric system being either a multiple or a fraction of 10, it makes conversions much easier. If you needed to convert one unit to another, say milliliters to liters, you would only have to move the decimal over to the correct spot to get the new unit of what you are measuring. This is a breeze compared to if you wanted to convert a pint to a gallon. In this case, you would either have to know how many pints are in a gallon or convert first from pints to quarts and then finally from quarts to gallons. Converting this way adds an extra step and makes the conversion process much longer. With the transition from the imperial system to the metric system, there will be hurdles to overcome. All speed limit signs and other traffic signs would have to be changed to kilometers per hour instead of miles per hour that the United States uses. The United States would have to learn how to efficiently use the metric system. In other aspects of switching from the imperial system to the metric system, the day-to-day life of the American would be much easier and more efficient if we made the switch to the metric system. Lastly, there have been several federal agencies that have already started to convert to the metric system. The National Park Service, or NPS, has already started the switch to the metric unit system. All of their more recent brochures and signs use metric units as the leading unit system, only mentions the US unit O2 reference. The United States has also tried to make the switch to the metric system before. The Metric Conversion Act of 1975 was signed into law by President Ford on December 23, 1975. It declared the metric system the preferred system of weights and measurements for the United States of Trade and Commerce, but permitted the use of the United States customary units in all activities. This made the conversion not mandatory for everyday Americans. If the U.S. were to convert to the metric system, the lives of everyday Americans would be made easier and more efficient versus when they used the imperial system. People who travel to different countries wouldn't have difficulties with their unit of measurement, seeing as how they would be the same. In the end, America would be on the same playing field as the rest of the world, leading a more efficient way of life.